Hello everyone, and welcome to Apple One-to-One. This is Frank, and today we're going to learn how to use the Password app, which is on your iPhone, your iPad, and your Mac. So let's open up the Password app, and from your Mac you can use the user password you created, or on your iPhone it will accept the Face ID, Touch ID, and on the iPad it will use your Touch ID. When you open it up on the left hand side, you're going to have 6 panes, 6 areas. One is all, pass keys, codes, Wi-Fi, security, and delete. In the all section, it's going to show you everything that you have logged into with a password in alphabetical order. That's the default. Your pass keys are your second level of security. Codes are even a more intense security that you can use. Wi-Fi is going to list all of the Wi-Fi areas that you visited. Security is a section it's going to show you all of the passwords that may have been compromised or I should say or are reused. You should go to this section and then update those passwords whenever necessary. The deleted is like everything else with Apple. It's going to go into the deleted section or the trash can for 30 days and then will age off, or you can go in and automatically delete them. Your passkeys, as I mentioned before, is a more secure alternative to passwords for signing in to online accounts. And when you go to the passkeys section, this is the screen that you'll see, and you can read about it and decide if you want to use your passkeys. Codes, for a more detailed explanation of codes, click on the More About Verification Codes or follow the link below, and that'll give you a more detailed description of what codes are and how you can incorporate them into your process. Wi-Fi, as I said before, it's going to log all of the Wi-Fi areas that you've used, and it will retain those passwords. You can open this section if you want and delete any locations that are no longer applicable to your use. Security will show you all of your passwords that are compromised and or reused. You should change the password on these sites, and you can do so right from this section. If you open that section, you'll see this message. It'll say this password should be changed immediately. Your whatever password was detected in a data leak, so on and so forth. And then and it's going to show your username and your password. Now, if you put your cursor on the password, right mouse click, you'll be able to see what the password is. And then you can go ahead and modify it either in some cases from this page, or you go back to the website, the original website, and modify it from there. Even if you modify it from a website, it will be registered in your passcode app. Now, here's something that you can use your passcode app for, and that is you can store additional information. You can create manual entry that does not contain a password and or a website, storing info for your parents, your aunts, your uncles, etc. in a secure app. Now, you can do this in notes as well, but typically you would want to put a password on that note, which leads to the obvious problem that, well, what if I forget that password? Here, this is all locked inside of the password app, and it is synced with iCloud and will go all to all of your other devices. So here's how that process starts. You're going to open the All section in that left-hand pane, and you see the arrows in the upper right-hand corner. If you click on those, that's going to show you how to change your sort if you want to. Next to that is a plus sign. When you click on the plus sign, it's going to give you this screen. It says, okay, give me a title. So you're going to add a title. Now, in this particular example, I'm going to label it Mom's Info. So you would just go ahead and start typing, and that will put that title in. Next, it will automatically put a password in there. Now, you have a couple of options here. You can continue with that strong password, or you can change it to use no special characters, or you can choose your own password. In this particular example, if you're storing information that is not really connected to a website, you want to delete that password altogether. And you're going to end up saving it without a password. This way you can just go in and review that data whenever necessary. Next, in Mom's information, you're going to go down to the notes area. And you're just going to start typing information, whatever is pertinent to that particular individual. So in this example, I have following is information that Mom has a tendency to forget. Life insurance, and then Mutual of Omaha, the policy number. Number 2, safe deposit box number, and it's at the Citibank. Physical key is kept in the gun safe in the basement. Combination to the safe, blah, blah, blah. 3, the iCloud account. Sometimes the individual you want to save information for, they may not have an occasion to go into their Apple account too often. So in this case, I'm saving her iCloud account ID, which is bestmom50 at iCloud.com, and the password is Harry $77%. Once you put any information you want in here, and I haven't had occasions where it stopped me from putting in information. So I don't know if there's a limit, then you just click on save. When you save it, you'll get this message. Are you sure you want to save this password without a website? Now, you're going to say save anyway, and like I said, at any time you can retrieve, add, or change and delete any information that you want from that. Also, because of the title, it's going to file that under M for Mom. When you go to M in all, this is what you should see. Mom's info, which is whatever the title you gave it. And then you'll see the information that you posted in there. It will be synchronized with iCloud, and it will go down to all of your devices. iPhone, iPad, Mac, whatever else you have.
When doing events, the last thing I want to worry about is a dead battery, having an iPhone fail, or worse, when I'm trying to import footage at my event. So I need to keep my battery up. That's why I've been using the LISEN 2.2 power bank. And I have 5 amazing things about this power bank I want to tell you about.
First, it's incredibly lightweight. When you're carrying camera gear for 8 to 10 hours, every ounce matters. And this easily fits in my camera bag or pocket, or more importantly, it's right here available on my strap. It has 25 watts of wireless charging. It can snap directly to the back of my iPhone. During a short break, I can get 30 to 40% more battery life, more than enough to get through the next part of my day. And it's also extremely strong. Third, it has 65 watts of USB-C fast charging. After a wedding, when I'm importing footage into my Mac, I can keep it powered on without worrying that the battery is going to run out. The built-in USB-C cable, not only loose, but it also is very small and very convenient. And my final feature regarding USB-C is that it has a built-in loop directly with it. I can attach it right to my camera bag. This is without a doubt my favorite feature that I enjoy with this product.
If you're looking for a compact power bank for your Apple devices, in the description below I have a link right there. So join the power community with your LISEN power bank.
Okay, so let's remember that on the iPhone and the iPad, the placement of the icons are slightly different. So here we have a screenshot of the password app on the iPhone. You'll notice that the plus sign is on the bottom right, and that once again will allow you to enter a manual item. The folder with the plus sign will allow you to create groups to share passwords and passkeys. On the Mac, just below the 6 sections, it will show shared groups, and then you click on that plus sign to create a group. On the iPad, the icons again are slightly different. Now this is iPad is in the landscape mode, and the folder icon is above the passkey section. The plus sign, which will allow you to put in a manual entry, is in the center section, the lower right. On the iPhone, to create a group, you're going to click on the folder with the plus sign icon, and then this group shared screen will appear. And it's going to tell you that you can add trusted contacts and choose what you want to share, meaning each different, I'll call it a location, And then again, it just says you're in control. The person who creates the group can add or remove others. At this point, if you want to create the group, you hit continue. You will then be presented with this screen. It says new shared group. You give the group a name. In this example, we're using Apple One-to-One. Now, the owner will default to your name and your image in this center section here. Then what you want to do is hit add people. When you hit add people, you should be presented with a list of individuals that are in your Apple contacts. That's important. If you're using multiple contact lists, Apple, Google, Yahoo, whatever, you're only going to see your Apple contact people. So at this point, you would select all of the individuals that you want to include the group. Once you do that, you say send. Each recipient will be sent a shared passwords invitation. And just, you see this message here, you'll receive it. It says you've been invited to join the group Apple One-to-One. And then once you click on view, then when you open it, you'll see the members and their images, and you'll see what has been shared with you. To add an item, click on the plus sign and select Move Passwords to Group. So if you want to add an item, that's where you would click on the plus sign and then hit Add Move Passwords to Group. Then it's going to show you all of the passwords that you have on the password app in the All section. And you would just go down that list and select whatever ones you want to add to the group, and then select Move. At that point, they will be added to the group. And if you are not the owner of the group, but just a member, everyone in that group will be able to see those passwords and use them for that particular location. And just remember that the owner of the group can remove anyone at any time. I hope that gives us a little bit of an explanation of how to use groups and how to use the password app. Alrighty, talk to you soon.
Like and subscribe to the Apple One-to-One training channel for new Apple tips and tutorials every single week.